Alright, so, sorry, I'm a little new to this whole live stream on YouTube sort of thing. So, anyway, how's everybody doing? Marc Aquino here. I don't know if anybody really watching the live stream. Let's see. Can't tell. Whatever, it doesn't matter. I gotta get this out somehow. Anyway, uh, as you can, I know it's been. I know everybody else has already put out their like videos talking about it. All the people that I follow already said their stuff about Spider-Man: Homecoming, Schmoes, Chris Stuckman, Jeremy Johns. All those folks have already talked to death about Spider-Man: Homecoming. Even Josh Quevedo, he posted his review already, but I haven't, which is kind of weird because for anyone who doesn't, who like knows about me and knows about my stuff on YouTube, they know that my very first YouTube video was me all the way back in January of 2010 talking about when they originally rebooted Spider-Man, the Spider-Man movies, and I was not happy about it at all. Um, it eventually became the Amazing Spider-Man movies with Andrew Garfield. But now we finally have Spider-Man in the MCU with Spider-Man: Homecoming, and yeah, it was great. um, I mean, it's like I don't really know what else I can really add to what everybody else has said so far, um, other than like my own personal like feelings towards it because of the fact that, like I said, I have been kind of waiting for a movie like this. Sorry, I'm just trying to adjust the thing. I've been waiting for a movie like this to happen pretty much ever since I started making videos. Because I've been a Spider-Man fan for a good chunk of my life. Those original two Spider-Man movies with Tobey Maguire, like those two are like huge parts of my childhood. Um, and I was really hoping that this new Spider-Man movie would be at least as good as those. And yeah, it was. In fact, a lot of it is in a way it's kind of better than them. But well, I mean, let me just kind of break it down for you of what I liked about it. I guess just the fact that they wanted to make this just a straight up high school movie. That they've always said in the interviews that it's supposed to have like a John Hughes feel to it, and it does. It does feel like if John Hughes made a superhero movie, and it works. It really works. Everybody was like firing on all cylinders with this movie. Everybody gave a great performance. And Tom Holland, man, oh my God, Tom Holland is just the best. Like, oh man, he he perfectly nails that whole, like, both the Peter Parker side of it and the Spider-Man side, like, because it is a dual role. It's not supposed to be, you know, oh, he's a good Peter Parker, but his Spider-Man's just kind of eh. I mean, that was kind of what went out with Tobey Maguire. People said that he was better as Peter Parker than he was as Spider-Man, and then with Andrew Garfield, they said that he was better as Spider-Man than he was as Peter Parker. But Tom Holland really nailed the dualness of it. He nailed both halves of it. So, oh man, he really carries the movie. He really does, and oh, he was just so great, so great. And Michael Keaton as the Vulture. Oh god, I mean, what can you say about him? Like everybody's been praising him in that movie, and yeah, he's easily the best Spider-Man villain in a movie since Doc Ock from Spider-Man 2, and he's easily the best Marvel movie villain that we've gotten since Loki. Well, which is kind of weird, but I mean, I know a lot of people say that, oh, Marvel movie villains are always weak. I mean, they're not. It's not really their fault. It's just the focus has always been on the hero, than the villain. And there have been some good villains aside from Loki. I mean, we've had the Red Skull from the first Captain America movie. I love him. I liked Zemo, Baron Zemo, in Captain America: Civil War. I thought he was good. I even like James Spader as Ultron. There have been good MCU villains, it's just none of them really stood out as much as Loki has. Um, but Michael Keaton's Vulture easily, you know, like easily does that because right from the jump, that they introduce him in like the beginning of the movie, and you understand what his motivations are, what he wants to do, that he's doing this all for his family, and yeah, he's great. I mean, I knew that they wouldn't screw him up because, I mean, it's a Spider-Man villain. Spider-Man has the best set of villains in Marvel Comics, so you know you can't screw up a Spider-Man villain. You just can't. Like, in a way, he even kind of reminded me a little bit of what they did with Doc Ock in Spider-Man 2. So, yeah, he was Michael Keaton was great. He really was. Um, and the rest of the cast was really great. Marisa Tomei as Peter's Aunt May, she was great. I mean, to be fair, man, I've kind of had a crush on her for years. So when I heard that she was going to be Aunt May, I was like, I don't know if I'll be used to that. But she was great. I liked the scenes she had with Peter, with Tom Holland's Peter Parker. They had a really great relationship together. Probably my favorite part with them is when she's helping Peter get ready for the homecoming dance. That was a really nice scene. Um, and the kid who's Peter's friend, Ned, Jacob Batalon, I think his last name is. I'm sorry if I get that wrong. He was really funny. I thought he had a really great thing going on with Tom Holland's Peter Parker. They had a lot of really great moments together. He had some of the funniest parts in the movie. Um, and of course, there's a Zendaya as Michelle, and I know so many people have been saying, like, ever since the movie came out, that it was basically revealed, and this is kind of a spoiler in case you haven't seen it yet. I mean, it's not. I'm not going to be spoiling that much about the movie. Just this, basically at the end of the movie, she says, "Oh, my friends call me MJ," because her full name in the movie is Michelle Jones, and she has a line. I think it's one of her last lines in the movie where she says, "My friends call me MJ," and you know, instantly so many people are saying, "Oh, is she the new Mary Jane?" She's not. Okay? Kevin Feige has come out saying she's not Mary Jane. We weren't intending for her to be Mary Jane. So, oh my god, and so many, like, this has been a thing that's been going on with the movie for months now. People are like, "Oh, is she Mary Jane? I don't want," and like so many stuck up fanboys are like, "I don't want Mary Jane to be black. That's not fair, man. I don't want that. That's not like the comics. Ugh, I don't like that." She's not Mary Jane. Okay? She's not. And even if she was, it's the freaking 21st century, dude. Keep up with the times or just get the fuck out of here. Okay? Like, I'm so tired of people complaining about this. It's insane. Ugh. Anyway, I mean, she was good. She was good in it. I mean, she wasn't in it for that much. Although the little moments that she was in the movie, she was really good. Um, and of course, Robert Downey Jr. is in it as Tony Stark and Iron Man. He has a large presence over the movie, even though he's not in it that much. I know the trailers and the TV commercials and all make him look as if, oh, he's one of the biggest parts of the movie, and he is, but at the same time, he's not in it that much. You definitely feel like his presence in the movie, but yeah, he just kind of he doesn't really show up that much. I mean, hell, I feel like if anything, you know, Tony Stark doesn't show up that much, but yet Captain America, I think, makes more appearances than him. Because if you saw in like the trailer, one of the trailers, they're in like a gym class, and it's one of those like fitness challenge instructional videos, but with Captain America, they do that as a joke like a couple times in the movie, and it's so freaking funny. Oh my god, it's so funny. Like, I seriously feel like he shows up in the movie more than Iron Man, and that, which just makes me laugh so much. He has a lot of really funny moments in it, especially the post credit scene. Oh my god, the post credit scene is easily one of the funniest like post-credit scenes that's been in a Marvel movie, hands down. Oh my god, it is so fucking funny. Um, anyway, and I mean, God, I don't really know what else to say about it. Like I've been trying to figure out like, is it my favorite Spider-Man movie so far? Honestly, I mean, I do feel like from a well, not from storytelling standpoint, from just an overall experience, um, by the looks of it, it should feel like it should be like the best Spider-Man movie so far, and it does feel like it. But as for it being my favorite one, I don't know yet. Like, I still, I still prefer the original two Sam Raimi films. I really do. Like, especially Spider-Man 2. Spider-Man 2 is one of my all-time favorite movies. Like, that movie is just, like that. Like I said, those two movies are huge parts of my childhood, and they still hold up. You know, and that's no disrespect to this movie at all. It's great. It really is. But as for it being my favorite, again, my favorite is still Spider-Man 2. But this gets pretty close. It gets really, really close. Just the overall feel of it, like it's lighter. There's not the stakes aren't that huge. You know, there's no giant portal in the sky like final battle scene or anything like that. It's really just confined mainly to New York City. I mean, there is that a part of the movie where Peter goes on a school trip to Washington D.C. In fact, that probably has like that section of the movie is probably my favorite part of the movie where Peter's in Washington D.C. He finds out that the Vulture and his gang are there trying to steal alien technology, and he tries to track them down, and he ends up being locked up in this storage facility. Um, which is actually damage control. That's a reference to the comics. And he basically has to try to find a way to get out of the storage facility before morning. And it's actually really cool because he gets to discover like all the different combinations he can use for like web shooting. And he has this like this in his costume he has this AI program that talks to him kind of like Jarvis. He calls the AI Karen. In fact, the voice of Karen is Jennifer Connelly, which is awesome to me for so many reasons. First, she actually played Betty Ross in the original Hulk movie from 2003 with Eric Bana. You know, the one that was like really boring. Yeah, she was in that one. Second reason, she's actually married to Paul Bettany, who used to be the voice of Jarvis, but is not. But if you've seen Age of Ultron, Avengers 2: Age of Ultron, then you'll know that he becomes the Vision. So that's I thought that was really neat that they had, you know, Jennifer Connelly doing the voice for Karen. And probably the third reason for me is like Marisa Tomei, I've had a crush on Jennifer Connelly for years, and you know it's like I swear it's like this movie was made for me. It's crazy. It's like there's just so much in this movie that I love that feels just tailor made for me. It's almost like Kevin Feige pulled John Watts aside when they were starting to make the movie, where it's like, look, I found this video of this. It was from like 2010. It's like this kid from New Jersey. He wasn't happy that they rebooted Spider-Man at first. You know, if for nothing else, make this movie for him. if for nothing else, let's just impress this loser, because if he likes it, then you know, then we're smooth sailing. um, but no, this movie was just, oh man, like I think just to kind of sum up how much I loved this movie, the best way that I can put it is Spider-Man: Homecoming is easily it's the movie that I've been waiting for, that I've been wanting to see since January of 2010 when I put out my first YouTube video about, you know, when they rebooted Spider-Man. And you know, this is the movie that I've been wanting to see since then, and it's the Spider-Man movie that 13-year-old Marc Aquino deserved. Oh no, let me rephrase that. Sorry. Again, this is live. I'm trying to figure this out as I'm going along. This is the Spider-Man movie that 13-year-old Marc Aquino needed, and it's also the Spider-Man movie that 21-year-old Marc Aquino deserved. So, yeah, like, I really don't know what else I can say about this movie. I mean, there's just so much that I loved about it. I mean, I might do a spoiler video later on, going into detail about, like, the details of what I liked about it. Yeah, there's just, so much of this movie works. Michael Giacchino's music for the movie was so great. I mean, I still prefer the music that Danny Elfman did for the original two movies, but when Michael Giacchino is like your number two best, that ain't bad. Oh man, so yeah, this movie was great. So yeah. And by the way, this is actually going to be the first of 2 Spider-Man related videos that I'm working on. No, actually 3. The first of 3 Spider-Man related videos that I'm working on right now. The second one, which will be up on my channel like later on in the week, will be basically me talking about why Spider-Man has meant so much to me after all these years, and how much the character means to me, and stuff like that. And the third video, which will probably be out either next week or like sometime around then, will be basically a review. To kind of promote this movie, Sony re-released the Sam Raimi trilogy on Blu-ray, like the original 3 Spider-Man movies on Blu-ray, including with a brand new bonus feature, which is an editor's cut, a brand new editor's cut version of Spider-Man 3. And I'll do a video about that and kind of talk about whether or not I think it's better than the original version of Spider-Man 3, or if it's worse, like whether or not it's better. So that video will be up sometime next week, or again sometime around then. So anyway, guys, let me know what you thought of Spider-Man Homecoming in the comments down below. Did you like it? Did you not like it? Tell me what you liked about it. But when you do, please don't go into the whole thing about Zendaya and Michelle and MJ. Like, don't go into a tirade about that, please. Again, I am really tired of people complaining about that. Like, take that shit elsewhere, okay? Like, this. Be tolerant. Be open to stuff. It's not it's not hard. It's really not that hard. Just be tolerant. Be open to new things. So anyway, long-winded tirade, I know. Let me know what you thought of Spider-Man Homecoming in the comments down below. Tell me if you liked it. If you didn't like it, tell me what you liked, what you didn't like, and of the 3 Spider-Men that we've had in the movies so far, which one do you prefer? Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, or Tom Holland? I'll always love Tobey Maguire. He'll always be my favorite. But again, Tom Holland is just great. So let me know about all that in the comments down below. And as always, if you like what you saw here, feel free to click that thumbs up button. Share this video with your friends. If you haven't done so yet, subscribe. But anyway, hopefully I'll figure out this whole live streaming thing like a little better some other time. But until then, I'm Marc Aquino. Thanks so much for watching, everybody, and I'll see you later.